Dear soul, thank you for being here. I'm Kenneth. For some reason, we are here together, now, in this moment, and I appreciate your trust. If you can make yourself a bit more comfortable, do that if you like. Maybe it's stretching your body, breathing a bit deeper, closing your eyes, adjusting your body in the way that makes you relax more, allowing your shoulders to let go. Imagine the power and light from your higher self, your inner divine self, radiating from your heart and forming an egg-shaped energy around you, forming a protective shield. And imagine that shield being encased and reinforced by layers of violet light, golden light, and white platinum light. Inside this egg, your energy and consciousness are sealed and protected by your spirit and source. And these colors of violet, gold, and platinum white are alive, pulsating, glimmering, shining. For every breath you take, the energetic frequency of this protective shield raises, becoming stronger and stronger inside out. And while you listen to the sound of my voice and the space in between my words, like sunbeams shining through the openings between the branches of a tree, your unconscious mind goes deeper and deeper into that place and realm of resources and relaxation. In your imagination now, think of yourself being on a hike somewhere in nature, amongst trees and mountains. You are carrying a backpack. It's quite heavy. Notice the weather, the temperature, the ground beneath your feet, and really get a sense of connecting with nature. Imagine now that there is one mountain that you feel compelled to walk up to. And to get to the base of that mountain, you need to cross a river. Imagine yourself walking towards that river, or being there now. When you are there, in your mind's eye, imagine a wooden bridge that leads to the other side of the river. It is safe for you to walk on it, and you can start walking now. And as you approach the other side, you notice that a part of the bridge is missing. And the only way to get over to the other side is to jump. The river is too strong to swim over, and you have come this far. You want to continue on your journey. You make a decision that you will make the jump. So you throw your backpack over first. You take a few steps back. Take a deep breath in. And then you start running. And at the edge of the bridge, you make the leap. And you land with both feet on the other side. The scenery here is different, in some way more serene. The air is somewhat fresher. It feels more clean and clear. As you approach the mountain, you meet an old monk sitting by a fire with a smile on his face. "I have awaited you," he says. He invites you to sit down with him. The backpack has been gnawing into your shoulders, weighing you down, and you feel a sense of relief as you take it off. The old monk starts telling a story about how his people used to be connected to nature, to spirit, and what has now become hidden knowledge. Their most important relationship was with themselves and Source. They were proud of their individuality because that contributed to the community and unity. They knew that they were here in their bodies to allow Source to work through them in a unique way. As his people started to become more and more integrated with modern society and technology, it seemed as with each generation, they drifted away from their originality, as if their minds became lured into directions that pointed them away from their original essence. They abandoned themselves. And the most strange thing about it all, we didn't realize that it had happened, because the disconnection happened slowly and incrementally over time to so many of us. Our true face was covered with masks, hiding their original self, losing the creational fire the divine had bestowed upon them. This mind parasite seemed to create a sort of delusional state in my people. Only a few of my people realized what had happened. And my ancestors were able, through diligent work, to remove most of the masks. I don't know why, but some of us seem to be more immune than others against this mind parasite. It still affects us, but it cannot survive in the light of awareness and knowledge. But we have to remain vigilant, work on staying protected, cleansed and cleared. The mind parasite is persistent. It lives in the shadows of our psyche. We do not underestimate its power. It dissipates when the light of authenticity, the light of truth, shines upon it. For the people to be able to do this, the masks have to come off. Unfortunately, many will never even consider taking off their masks in this lifetime, because they don't know that they have layers upon layers, covering and smothering their essence, their true, authentic self. But you, my friend, I see some of your masks are already beginning to dissolve. Some have fallen off already. I know this is not an easy path. When you start to realize that almost everything that you have believed in about the world, about yourself, about who you are, about where you come from, about what you are, is not the full truth. The monk then asks you to open up your backpack. Imagine now, when you're ready, that you reach into the backpack and it is full of masks. Masks that resemble your face, but they are not you. These are masks that you have worn through your life. Some of them were created very early in your childhood, some of them in your teenage years, some in adulthood. Some of them are not even yours, but given to you. You inherited them. They are masks of your ancestors, and you have unconsciously accepted them as yours. Some of these masks you have worn through several lifetimes. These masks make you play roles. They override your original, authentic expression. They cover up your originality, your true face, your true light, making you function within specific limited borders. The monk invites you to start burning some of your masks, and each mask that burns will create some form of reaction. Maybe a feeling of relief, maybe sadness, anger, guilt, shame, or fear will come to surface. If this happens, know that these emotions are there because they are ready to heal. allowing yourself to feel them in your body will allow the energy of these emotions to discharge, to dissolve, to reduce, and let go now. Imagine the monk holding one hand on your shoulder and the other hand on the back of your heart, supporting you in your healing process. Now, take your time. Imagine different layers of smoke, smells, or sounds coming from the masks as they dissolve in the fire of purification. There will be many decisions that will have to be made in your life. It is important that you make these decisions based on your true face, decisions made from your core essence. Be willing to sever cords to people, places, activities, habits, and behaviors that are not in resonance anymore. A tree doesn't hold on to the leaves. When it is time to let go, it lets go, because it knows that the new leaves will blossom only if it lets go. If trees had attachment issues, and there would be nowhere for us to breathe. And the monk continues, we are meant to evolve, to expand. Most attachments from our past are not supposed to be part of our future. He then turns to what seems to be a path up the mountain. There is something waiting for you there on the top of that mountain. Imagine getting up, ready to move onwards. Before you go, the monk gives you the warmest, most loving embrace. He looks you in the eyes and says, you have you, your inner divine self is always connected to the original source. The feeling of being alone is a trap set out by the mind parasite. Stand guard at the gates of your awareness. Walk in courage, dear one. You pick up your backpack, and it is lighter now. Imagine you start walking a narrow and steep pathway up the mountain. processing the experience of burning the masks in your unconscious mind. As you walk up that mountain, you notice that you have a rope around your waist. On the end of the rope, there is an anchor, and it is heavy. This rope and this anchor have been invisible, but now you see them. Now you feel them. Within this anchor are things that you have held on to, emotional energy from experiences of feeling hurt, abandoned, rejected, and unloved. The rope is gnawing on your skin. You drag it with you to the top of the plateau of the mountain. Every step is taking its toll as you drag the anchor with you. When you are at the top, you notice in front of you a sword sticking up from a rock. And as you stand in front of the sword, you notice that the handle glimmers in beautifully carved letters. It has your name on it. On the stone that the sword is stuck in, it says, "The Sword of Courage, Integrity, and Freedom." Imagine putting your hand on the handle, and at the moment you do so, the sword lights up and the stone cracks open. This sword is now in the hands of the rightful owner. This sword can cut etheric and astral energy attachments. Etheric energy is mental energy, and astral energy is emotional energy. And this is exactly what the rope around your waist is made of. Negative energies that you don't need to carry any longer. Energies that are ready to let go now. When you are ready, sever the rope. And as you do so, imagine the rope and the anchor dissolving, decomposing completely. Imagine that you feel guided to hold the sword up to the sky with both hands. And this starts to activate your higher heart, your inner divine self. A sun of your inner divine light starts to spin in the core of your heart, lighting up front and back of your body. Imagine this sun moving up and down your spine, cleansing and upgrading your energy system now. and imagine that you start to release a black smoke of fear, sadness, guilt, shame, resentment from the top of your head, like a valve on top of your head is opened up, and you release the black smoke into the open air around you. And the black smoke gets lighter and lighter as you release dark gray, gray, light gray, until it becomes transparent. And you feel as if you are the mountain now, and that mountain is you. And when you go back into your daily life, whoever you are with, whatever you are doing, you remain grounded like a mountain, standing strong, authentic, and balanced in your reclaimed innate power. You live with integrity. You are bold and honest. You are generous and kind. You are fierce and loving. You are assertive and confident in your ability to set boundaries, in your ability to learn new skills, to change, to open your heart and mind wider, to expanding your consciousness, to stand your ground. Your self-esteem is growing like a bright sun. You are bold and honest. Your ability to express yourself freely is activated now, and this ability is growing by the hour. This skill is expanding every day, and every time you use your voice, it is like sharpening your sword of courage, and your inner sun shines stronger and brighter for every breath you take, allowing your inner divine self to set its mark in the world. You are fully aware that not everyone will understand you, and that is okay. It is natural. Having the need for others to understand you belongs to the past now, like a withered flower that you throw behind your back now. You are freeing yourself more and more, liberated by awareness, liberated by knowledge, liberated by right action. Peace is within your heart. Your bones are made of strength and courage your heart is forged in the flames of love and freedom. Some situations in life will require your fierceness and assertiveness, and your courage inspires others around you. You walk your path steadily. Your path is yours. Not all will walk it with you, and that is life. You handle it because you are innately independent. You can only control yourself. You are responsible for you. You are responsible for your body, for your mind. You are the one that leads you. And you are also responsible for showing up with high morals and right action, doing what is right, living in harmony with life and divine law. Others will try to confuse you and try to deter you from your path. Let them try. They do not stand a chance. You are a powerful being, full of love, full of kindness, full of wisdom, full of strength. No need to wear those old masks that once covered up your beauty, your authenticity, and your light. Your voice is the instrument of the creational fire of your spirit. You use it now. You create your life and influence the world with your voice, with your mind, with your heart, with your spirit. Your smile lights up your surroundings. You are a beautiful soul, an awesome human being, and you know it. Now take some moments to integrate the powerful words and empowering suggestions that I have spoken here, as well as integrating the deep healing work and self-realization process that has been initiated here. I ask your subconscious mind to do all of this for you in a safe and natural way, powerfully aligning you with your inner divine self and your true purpose here on earth. Okay, I wonder if you can start moving your body a little bit. Move your hands, your fingers, your toes, wiggly wiggly. This session is about to end, and I will soon count from 1 to 5. When I come to 5 I will ask you to open your eyes. 1. Imagine meeting your future self 1 year from now. Imagine that you from the future smiling at you and thanking you for taking self-responsibility for all aspects of your health and well-being. 2. That future you are enjoying the results of your commitment and your courage to stay true to yourself. 3. Imagine that future you becoming transparent and merging with you, body, mind, heart, and soul. 4. Smile with your mouth, your eyes, and heart. Imagine your feet giggling. 5. Open your eyes, feeling empowered, content, and at peace. Thank you for showing up. I see the true light in you.